Hi everybody, how are you? All right, so due to technical difficulties, these videos are having to be redone a few times. So excuse me if I feel like I've already said something and I'm not sure if it was in this video or take 3 or take 4. So here we go. We are talking about our animals today. Oh, well, first of all, let me apologize for the fullness of my hair. We are having very humid weather this week, and I just got so tired of pulling my hair back. So you get to see the fullness of my Amazon woman look. God bless. I'm sorry for you. I'm sorry. Okay, so here we go. We're going to talk about our animals. We're going to talk about different products that you can use for your pets to help support their wellness the same way as you would yourself. So I actually have my beautiful Sasha girl here. She was my model for the day. And unfortunately, she's now gotten so loaded up with oils because I've been showing how you can apply them on, that she's now over there in a nice little deep sleep. But hopefully she'll come over in a couple minutes and I can show you again how to actually apply oils to your pets. Okay? All right, so here we go. There's a couple of things that you want to keep in mind when you're talking about using essential oils with your pets. And by pets, I mean chickens, dogs, cats, pigs, horses, you name it. First of all, animals can be more sensitive to the essential oils than most humans. So first of all, they have a much more highly developed olfactory system, so their sense of smell is much stronger. And so certain oils may feel overwhelming to them. So you always want to introduce an oil very gently and slowly, which I'll show you in a minute. The other thing is that you want to take into consideration your individual pet. How old are they? What's their overall health? What's their size? All of those things matter. You don't want to overuse oils with your pets. So for example, my girl Sasha, she's probably about 55, 60 pounds maybe. And she's accustomed to the oils. So I actually don't dilute for her anymore. All of my animals in the house are accustomed because we use so many oils here in this house that is what they're breathing in nonstop. And so for Sasha, I don't dilute. I'll just take a drop or two of oil in my hand. I rub my hands together and then I just apply it onto her. But for those of you who are just starting to work with the oils and your pets have not been exposed to them, you just want to use a drop. If it's a small animal, like a little bird or something like that, a drop is too much. So you want to either really heavily dilute it or maybe just take a little dab of it on your finger and then dilute it. So if you remember, how do we dilute essential oils? Because it's not with water. You want to use a carrier oil. So what's a carrier oil? Organic coconut oil, sesame seed oil, grapeseed oil, olive oil, almond oil. You just want to make sure that it's organic. The other thing that you have as an option is that Young Living has their V6 blend. So that's a blend of 6 different carrier oils. So that's what I use. But you can use organic coconut oil. So I was talking about before that we've had some storms coming through this past week. And I know a lot of animals get some anxiety when a storm with the thunder and the lightning. And so, or even like with 4th of July with fireworks. There are different oils that you can apply onto your pets to help calm their nervous system. They have a calming effect on them. And so I know for myself, I have done that for my pets. 4th of July was crazy. We had people blowing rockets over our property, and I mean, it would shake our house. So it's like every time we thought we were falling asleep, it was like, boom, felt like we were in a war zone. So I know for myself, I got so much anxiety from that I actually had to get up and put oils on myself. And I could see that my dog was struggling too, so I put some oils on her as well. Okay, so for example, lavender was the one that I used. And so you would want to take, this is just our regular lavender oil, the same as what we use on ourselves. You can go ahead and take a drop of it in your hand. You can take a pinch of your carrier oil. Remember, you can use coconut oil if you want to. I just did like a 3 to 4 drop ratio there to that 1 drop. Just because for someone who is new to it, that's what I would suggest. Give your animals a chance to actually see how they respond. You go ahead and you rub it in your hands, and then you can apply it onto your pet. So let me see if Sasha will come. Sasha, come here, baby. Come here, come on, come on, come on, come on, come. All right, guys, I'm going to bend this down so you can see my Sasha girl. Sit. Sit. Good girl, stay. So I've rubbed it in my hands. You can see I'm a little shiny from the carrier oil. And then you just go ahead and you stroke it down your pet. Oh, it's so nice. You can even rub their ears. You can give them like a little bit of a massage. She loves getting her oils on her. Right, Bubby? Good girl. All right. All done. All done. She's like, more, Mom, more? All right. So you can just apply it right onto their fur that way. You can also apply it onto the bottom of their paws. What you want to avoid is actually getting the oils in their eyes or directly near their nose. It's just too strong for them. Yes, you're such a good girl. She's going to sleep so well today. So that's a real simple way of doing it for your pets. The other option that you have is that you can buy oils that actually are already blended for pets, which means that they are already diluted. So, for example, I have 4 oils here that Young Living offers. I think they have 5 or 6, though, in their animal line of essential oils. And I'll read to you real quick what it says here. So this one I haven't used yet. It's called Paragize. Paragize. It's actually really good for their intestinal tract to help promote healthy gastrointestinal system. So that's something for them. I have Mendwell. So Mendwell, my dog, a couple weeks ago, I took her to the vet. I have a puppy, and I was taking the puppy just to get checked out, make sure, because he was a rescue. I wanted to make sure everything was okay. And I took my big girl with me just so she could get her nails trimmed. And I showed the vet. I love my vet, by the way. So let me just tell you this real quick. Just like with medical doctors, now you have veterinarian doctors who are really embracing a more integrative, holistic approach in their practice. So I have an integrative veterinarian, which means that she not only practices allopathic care, which means, surgery, pharmaceuticals, things like that, but also has an awareness of natural remedies to help support our animals. And so she honors whatever the client's desire is. Of course, she was telling me that she always makes sure that she suggests first that they could use something a little bit more natural if the case or the condition of the animal isn't too severe. For something like a ear infection or a little wound or something like that. So when I took Sasha, I had said to her that a couple weeks prior, Sasha, when I came back from a trip, I had been away, I noticed that she had this huge lump on one of her paws, and she had no hair on it. So it was this big, dark lump on there. And I told her that I told her what I started to apply on there just to help that area. So for me, my first instinctual choice was frankincense because I just absolutely love it. And I put the frankincense on there, and she would lick it and lick it and lick it. And then she kept licking it, and I had noticed that she was getting an open sore. And so the veterinarian actually explained to me, she told me the technical name of it. I don't remember what it was called. But she said that when animals get bored, they will actually just lick to a point that they cause infection. They'll rub off the skin, and they will lick it until there's an infection under the skin. And that's what's happened. So I had said to her, she had said, it looks pretty good, though. It's all flat, and it's all healed up. And I said, well, I was using a blend, a salve that I was putting on her. So that salve is an ointment. It's called Animal Sense Ointment, and it has like myrrh and tea tree and Idaho balsam fir and palmarosa and what else? Patchouli, rosehip oil, and ylang-ylang in it. And I had said that it was healing beautifully. The wound was gone. It didn't look like there was any infection. Now it was just the hair was growing back in. So she told me, she said she still felt a little bit of fullness in one area, that there could still be a little bit of infection in there. So she told me, put tea tree oil on it and then take a comfrey poultice and apply it on. She also mentioned that if she'll allow me to soak her foot in Epsom salt, do an Epsom salt foot bath for her first. Isn't that amazing? I love that. I absolutely love that. So that's one of the things that's really powerful is when you can find a medical doctor who has knowledge of traditional ways of supporting wellness by use of plant-based means. Hello, I love that. You think about it, it's like, you know, we got put on this earth and the plants were there not only to feed us, but to also keep us healthy. And so using that and using that for our pets is huge. It's huge. Okay, I'm off of that kick now. So, animal scent ointment. Ladies, just so you know, let me show you what it looks like. See, it's like a little salve. As you can see, I've given quite a bit to people, so that's why there's so much missing, because I don't have to use it that often. But for those of us ladies who like to wear sandals in the summertime, we know what that does to our heels, right? It really tears them up. And so I will actually take animal scent ointment. It's great. I love it. And I will apply it right onto the heel of my foot, rub it in there. It keeps it, it seals it, and moisturizes it. So this is the second summer, I believe, that I've gone without any painful deep cracks in my heels, because that was when I became aware of the animal scent ointment and that we could use it. So it's really smooth. It smells delicious. It's very creamy. Oh, it's fabulous. So you can use it on yourself. So that brings up a really good point here. Not only can you use these regular essential oils on your pets, but a lot of the product that is made, you can also use for yourself. So for example, those blends that were already made. So PuraClean. PuraClean. I use this to actually clean my girl's ears. I don't put it in her ear. Never put an essential oil in the ear. I'll put it on a cotton ball and I'll just go around her ear and just kind of clean it up a little, making sure that she doesn't get any type of infection going or anything like that. You know, just keeping it nice and healthy, nice and clean. I actually have used this before on a cut that I had, and I didn't have purification oil with me, which is what I would normally use, but the PuraClean was right there. So I was like, oh, put that on there just to make sure, because my cat decided to scratch me really good. She didn't like the belly rubs I was giving her. And, you know, cats, you never know what's under their nails. You want to make sure you don't get any type of an infection. So that's what I did with that. So in addition to that, I want to show you this. This is a Repel Aroma Spray. Repel Aroma. So I actually will use this on my pets. So if I'm going to be out hiking with Sasha, I will just go ahead and spray her coat down. I just go ahead and rub it in, avoiding her eyes. I don't spray her nose just because it's so sensitive, but I'll spray down her body, and it acts as a wonderful tick and flea repellent. However, I have also made myself my own little flea and tick and mosquito repellents. All you have to do is buy yourself a glass bottle. It must be tinted, so you can get the amber or cobalt color. You can get them on Amazon. They're not expensive. And what you do is you put in water. There's a lot of different recipes. I'll tell you what I use, but you can. There's other recipes too with essential oils. I use distilled water. I put in purification oil, 15 drops of purification oil. Actually, not in the size. This size, I'll do a 15 drop. Purification oil, 15 of tea tree, and 5 of peppermint. And that's actually a little bit. That's probably a third more of a dose than I need to, just because I really don't want them on me. I really want to make sure that they stay off of me. I don't want ticks on me. I don't want to get bitten by mosquitoes. And I was actually thinking about it. And the last time that I got bit by a mosquito, we were in Wyoming and we had been hiking. And I avoided using my sprays because we were in grizzly country. And so, you know, they have very sensitive noses. You don't necessarily want to attract them. And as we went to this one area and we're hiking up through the woods, I swear the mosquitoes were like small birds. I have never in my life seen mosquitoes like that. And despite putting a hoodie on me, I mean, I had coverage on me, those things were biting me right through a sweatshirt and a t-shirt. And it was hot too. But that's how big they were. And so as soon as we got to the car, I went ahead and I was able to put my oils on to help ease. First of all, you get that inflammatory response, you get the swelling, and then you get the itching. So I used something that would help to soothe and calm that itching and also take down some of that swelling. It was great. Peppermint is really good for itching, just so you know. And it's also really cooling as well. Tasha's in such a deep sleep from that lavender I put on her. She was falling asleep and she fell over. It was the cutest thing. All right, so Young Living also has animal scent chews. So these are really good, these little dental chews. Oh, she woke up, she heard the bag, she woke up. These are dental chews, so they actually have essential oils in them. And really the blend that's in it is supposed to be all about helping to support a healthy gut, healthy digestive system. Because for most animals, especially dogs, you may notice sometimes they have really stinky breath, and that actually is coming from their gut. So the dental chews are phenomenal. Not only do they clean their teeth, but they help with their digestive system. So I love that. I wanted to talk to you about some little resources. Well, one big resource that I'm going to mention to you is the ADR, Animal Desk Reference, by Dr. Shelton. She's a veterinarian, and she has so much information in that book. I actually have it virtually on my system, so I don't have a hard copy that I can hold up for you, but you can go on to Amazon or just Google Animal Desk Reference Book, Dr. Shelton, Shelton, and DVM, and you can get it either in hard copy or as a virtual book. And one of the things that I love about it is she talks about her experience through her practice. She talks about holistic approach for treating any kind of animal that you could potentially think of. I mean, absolutely phenomenal. And all sorts of issues that I never even knew existed. And it's a great resource for those of us who really want to try to avoid putting toxins or synthetics in our animal systems. You know, don't get me wrong, I'm not against allopathic care, but if we can handle a situation in a natural, non-toxic way, I definitely want to do that approach first. That's just me, though. That's just me. The other thing is that there's a company called Life Science Publishing, and I actually use their little pocket desk reference book for me, for my household, for other people that may be asking you, so, oh, you could look in here. But they also have these wonderful little guides for animals. And it talks about the Young Living oils and how some of the common oils can be used for your pets for common things that they may be dealing with, but also the blends, the ones that are already made for the pets. So that's these guys. And you'll see them because they're all green like that. And those blends are already diluted, so you don't even have to dilute them. And you can kind of get a sense about what their use is by the name. That's a good way to kind of look at it. But as you can see here, for example, like motion sickness here. So motion sickness, they give you a blend in a half ounce of a carrier oil. You take 6 drops of ginger and 4 drops of peppermint. And it says apply the oil blend to the inside tip of the dog's ears, under the armpit, and on the belly. You can also circulate the scent throughout your vehicle by putting a few drops on a cotton ball. Or if you have a diffuser, I have a vehicle diffuser, you can put it into a diffuser. So these are great little handy tips to have. So I carry one of these with me wherever I go, just in case, you never know. So I think that's about it with the animals. Hopefully I've given you a good idea of how you can move forward with supporting your animals' well-being in a natural way. Oh, you know what I didn't mention, I don't think I did on this video, is citrus oils. So when we're talking about our cats in particular, citrus oils, they can definitely potentially have an adverse reaction to. My understanding is that there's some concern about whether their kidneys can process it out correctly. So with citrus oils, you want to avoid putting that directly on your cats. And if you're a person who likes to diffuse citrus oils, my strongest suggestion is, don't put a diffuser in the bathroom and lock the cat in there with it, where they're getting high doses of citrus oil that they're breathing in. But other than that, just don't put it on them directly, because we use citrus oils like crazy in our house, and everything has been very well. I think that's it. All right, so if anybody has any questions about that, I may have left a couple things out because, as I mentioned, I've had to do a few takes on this video just because we were having technical difficulties. But if anybody has questions, don't hesitate to put into the comment field, and I would be more than happy to answer you to the best of my knowledge. All right, everyone. Thanks so much.